during that time to get their freedom back.
The moment we wear it, our spirits lift. It helps us grow strong in body and in mind. As we wear it, we learn patience and respect. The belt system motivates students to strive harder and continue growing. This uniform shapes movement into grace and turns performance into something thrilling. Now, embraced around the world, Taekwondo shares our culture, philosophy, and values with pride and spirit. Though it may seem simple, this uniform holds your passion and your journey. It belongs to Taekwondo. Wear the extraordinary. Be with Taekwondo.
Good evening and thank you for tuning in to Arirang News on this Chuseok holiday, often called Korean Thanksgiving. It's 6 p.m. here in Seoul on October 6th, and I'm Song Yujin. Now, the heavy Chuseok traffic is beginning to improve as we head into the evening. Millions of people have hit the roads today to visit loved ones or travel to mark Chuseok Day, which is once again one of Korea's biggest holidays. Now, according to the Korea Expressway Corporation, as of 6 p.m. today, the drive from Seoul to the southeastern port city of Busan and the return trip, for example, are expected to take a little more than 6 hours, which is just around an hour more than the usual 5-hour travel time during non-holiday periods. This is a significant improvement from the early afternoon when both routes took nearly 10 hours. Now, traffic congestion is expected to ease further late tonight into early Tuesday. And staying on the domestic front, Monday is the 11th day since a fire at the National Information Resources Service in Daejeon paralyzed 647 administrative information systems, and about a quarter of the data has been recovered until now. According to the Central Disaster and Safety Countermeasures Headquarters, as of Monday noon, 156 systems have been restored, achieving a 24.1% recovery rate. And 22 out of 36 critical first-grade operations have been restored. Now, these are essential services such as resident registration, disaster safety, and ID card services. All available personnel and equipment in the country are being mobilized to restore operations. The plan includes relocating 96 information systems that were directly damaged in Daejeon to a center in the city of Daegu to speed up the recovery process. Turning now to the latest on the trade talks between South Korea and the United States. South Korea's Industry Minister Kim Jong-un returned home this morning after holding talks in New York over the weekend with U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick. Park Jun-an has the details.
South Korea's Industry Minister Kim Jong-un told reporters at Incheon International Airport on Monday, after returning from New York over the weekend, that a considerable level of understanding was reached during his meeting with U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick.
Regarding the proposal that was presented, I can say that we are narrowing our differences, particularly on matters related to the foreign exchange market. In that regard, we believe there has been a considerable level of understanding reached on the sensitivity of Korea's foreign exchange market.
In late July, Seoul and Washington agreed to reduce tariffs on South Korean imports from 25% to 15%, while South Korea committed to a $350 billion investment package. However, differences over the details of investment methods and profit sharing have so far delayed the signing of a formal memorandum of understanding. South Korea is prioritizing the stability of its foreign exchange market, proposing a currency swap as a key condition to mitigate potential economic risks from the investment deal.
As this issue is being discussed as part of the overall package, differences appear to be narrowing. With some consensus reached on the general framework, we expect to meet again soon.
Kim also clarified that no discussions took place regarding U.S. President Donald Trump's comments that South Korea's investment should be made upfront. While specific investment plans remain under discussion, Trade Minister Kim expressed confidence in continued progress, anticipating further talks to happen before Trump's visit to Gyeongju for the APEC Economic Leaders Meeting on October 29th. Park Jun-han, Arirang News.
Now, in other news, U.S. President Donald Trump says the first phase of ending the Israel-Hamas war could be completed this week. In a social media post on Sunday local time, Trump said discussions over the weekend had been, quote, very successful and urged all those involved to move quickly. He appeared to be referring to Hamas reportedly agreeing to parts of a U.S. proposed ceasefire plan, which include releasing the remaining hostages and ceding governance in Gaza. Phase 1 of the plan will deal with the release of Israeli hostages in exchange for Palestinian prisoners. Trump's remarks come as Israel and Hamas are set to hold indirect peace talks in Egypt on Monday, aimed at finalizing an agreement. And going back to our Chuseok coverage, one of the sweetest parts of the Chuseok holiday isn't just the time off. It's also making and enjoying songpyeon, which are Korea's traditional half-moon-shaped rice cakes. So, in light of Chuseok, our Park Hyo-bin brings you a story on how this beloved tradition is being shared beyond Korea.
Songpyeon are Korea's traditional half-moon rice cakes steamed on pine needles and filled with sesame seeds, beans, or sugar. They're at the heart of Chuseok, Korea's Thanksgiving-like family holiday expressing gratitude and celebrating food. To better understand the tradition, people from around the world gather to make and taste songpyeon themselves. By shaping songpyeon by hand, they are not just learning a recipe, but taking part in the heart of Korea's holiday culture.
It was really good. It was interesting learning about creating something from another culture. I'm from Australia, and Australia is a fairly new country, and it doesn't have like the same amount of history that Korea has. So
I like it so much because we learn new recipes here, Korean recipes. We learn the culture, and we made new friends here.
Traditionally, songpyeon was filled with freshly harvested grains and nuts, and its half-moon shape also carried the meaning of growth and abundance, as the moon grows fuller each day. There's also an old Korean saying that those who make beautifully shaped songpyeon will have a beautiful baby. But above all, it was about coming together and sharing time with one another.
I hope that through this experience, like cooking tteok and songpyeon, and also learning bojagi, they're able to experience a little bit of Chuseok. Because as foreigners, it's really difficult for us to go into someone else's home and then do the songpyeon with other Koreans and all.
Like the half-moon shape of songpyeon, these moments will linger, growing fuller as one of the memories of Korea's most cherished holiday. By making songpyeon together, people from around the world are sharing the spirit of Korea's traditional Chuseok holiday. Park Hyo-bin, Arirang News.
Now, ending off, Chuseok is a time to give thanks for the year's harvest, honor ancestors, and most of all, reunite with family. It is especially meaningful in today's busy world where many of us live far apart. So, wherever you are, we hope you carry the spirit of Chuseok with you today and spend time with your loved ones. And that's all we have for today, but Arirang News will be back tomorrow at noon Korea time. Have a great night and happy Chuseok.